up. Did you still have some wet on the ground?
No, it was perfectly dry.
It was just dry, evaporated then.
Okay.
So there wasn't enough, yeah.
Piano story.
There's only a couple of things can happen there, so.
All right, well, thanks for
All right,
that up.
not that I know exactly where or when you're talking about, just so
later.
you know. We'll have to chat later about that. Okay, but let's talk about what's happening out there right now. And the big concern is the wind right now. No damaging wind here in Portland, but you get out closer to the gorge. In fact, we had some trees down earlier out toward Gresham. The winds are a little bit higher, and that's where we have had a couple of those reports of trees down. The winds significantly stronger through the gorge, but we're seeing gusts up near 30 miles an hour, and so it's not the damage, it's the cold that it's bringing here in Portland. Upper 30s, but it feels like it's in the 20s, and eventually tonight we'll try to dip back down again into the upper 20s and low 30s across the metro area, and we're going to continue with fairly strong winds through the overnight hours, gusting at times between 30 and even 35 miles an hour, which means that the wind chill is going to be in the low 20s with some of those stronger gusts. Especially if we make it down into the upper 20s, it may feel like it's in the teens at times by tomorrow morning. So we're not done with this cold yet, but it is getting better. We were a little warmer this afternoon. Let's focus in on these gusts. Take a look at what's happening. And in Portland, 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Gresham, earlier stronger gusts, now down to 25-mile-an-hour gusts there. Nearly 40-mile-an-hour gusts in Troutdale. And then you get out to Crown Point. Earlier today, we had a 90-mile-an-hour gust. Right now, it's gusting to 81 miles an hour. That's a strong hurricane force wind there. And at 90 miles an hour earlier today, that's actually the second highest on record for Crown Point. So something to really think about there. Very strong winds, of course, ushering in the cold. This is what it feels like with the wind right now. 27 in Lake Oswego, Westland at 25, 36 in Beaverton, not as bad there. And then back towards Forest Grove and Newburgh in the 20s and 30s there. As we slide eastward, Happy Valley 17, wind chill, Battleground at 35, not as bad, but still cold. And then for Gresham, it feels like it's in the mid-20s. So bundle up as you head out the door. No rain to talk about tonight. We'll have to watch for that later tomorrow, and especially overnight tomorrow night. Tracking the next storm right now, just getting the cloud cover, but you can see where the showers are already starting to push into southern Oregon. The system's going to head our way, but for the most part, it's throwing all the moisture out across California where they desperately need it, so good for them. For us, though, it could bring in that potential for that wintry mix across central Oregon and perhaps even a little bit of ice, too. Look at Bend right now. Not only watching for the wintry mix, but you can see the fog downtown. Freezing fog, so that means the roads are going to be icy and slick. They already had a little bit of ice accumulation earlier today, and we may add up to an inch of snow and ice there as we head through the early part of tomorrow with this system. So not big time accumulations by any means, but enough that it's going to keep the roads pretty messy there out across central portions of the state. And then watching to see how far north that moisture goes to watch for travel troubles through the gorge tomorrow too. Ski report right now, base 16 inches at Timberline. We had 2 inches of new snow there just within the last 24 hours. Mount Bachelor continues to look great. 50-inch base there, 3 inches of new snow in the last 24 hours. Rain and cloud forecast, again, mainly dry for now as we continue through the overnight hours, watching for a little bit of rain across far southern portions of the Willamette Valley down toward Eugene, and then for the Cascades, snow level drops to 3,000 feet. That will be at pass level. Bend, watching for snow and sleet there through the overnight hours. Here we are tomorrow morning, and we have rain west of the Cascades, and then watching for some spotty iciness right along the Cascades. As we head towards the noon hour, that's when we'll see this moisture try to push into the gorge. Could turn into a freezing rain event. Doesn't look like it will be much, but it doesn't take much to make those roads very slick, so watch out for that. We may see a stray shower tomorrow here in the metro area. I think we stay mainly dry. Tomorrow night is when we're really going to get that next push of moisture to bring in more rain for us that continues through Thursday. Your forecast for the coast, 40s to low 50s. You get up towards Tillamook and we'll stay mainly dry there. Most of the rain stays south tomorrow. I-5 highs in the 40s. Same thing here, Salem and southward, looking at the best chances for rain. Central and eastern Oregon in the 30s, watching for that wintry mix, especially across central portions of Oregon, and then Cascades, watching for some snow. Light accumulations for the mountains. Snow level does go back up to 5,500 feet, and when that warm air moves in, that's when we'll have to watch for freezing rain for the gorge later on tomorrow. For us here, just a chance for rain moving in, but we do finally try to thaw out a little bit. After a night in the 20s tonight, we stay above freezing for a while, for almost the next week. So.
And it's amazing.
A little milder.
Just a few of those degrees, I mean, makes such a huge difference.
It does. And the wind makes a big difference too, so it'll be nice to get rid of some of that.
Agree. Thank you.